Hello, I'm Susanna, founder and president of The Date Maven. People often ask, how did you get into such an unusual business? And honestly, I just want to answer, how did I not get into it sooner? Just as a real estate investor starts out as someone who successfully buys and sells their own home, and maybe the professional voice coach starts out as someone who excels at singing, I started out as someone who loves to read about, talk about, think about, and do dating. I have an extensive background in all forms of communication, and I've been researching gender communication and human sexuality for over 20 years. It really all started with a college research paper on the role of pheromones in the mating habits of insects, if you want to know the truth, but that's a story for another day. So here's the backdrop of my aha moment. I was married, divorced, and remarried. I had devoured shelves of how-to books in a quest to understand my own relationship choices and consequences. I was teaching college kids communication courses and making some real-world observations about the dating experiences of my students, many of whom sought me out for counsel on the dramas and the nuances of their dating lives. Like many of them, and perhaps you, I had struggled, cried, and complained to my friends about my relationship problems that, in retrospect, were likely the result of simply misunderstanding the opposite sex. But I'm no victim, and I swore I would learn from my mistakes. And I did. I analyzed, reflected, researched, and wrote for a decade or a few until I could suss it out no more. Over time, I became a veritable walking encyclopedia of dating and mating information. When I realized that my lifetime's worth of experience and insight was actually valuable and that I had something to teach outside of the classroom, I knew I had to help others. So I sought out the best of the best in the dating and matchmaking industry to complete my formal training. And on February 14th, 2011, the Date Maven was born. That's my story. That's how I got here. And the learning never ends, which is why I push myself to grow so I can help you grow. I do the reading and the research, so you don't have to. If you can relate to my story or some chapter of it, please explore my website and open your heart and mind. Once you feel ready to take a step forward, I would love to have an email from you. And remember, love favors the brave.